Strategic Job Search Plan Section 4, Industries. The next section of the strategic plan focuses on which industries you want to target. Unlike the first three sections, this section will probably involve some research. Here are the learning outcomes for this video. By the end of the video, you should 1. Understand the difference between sectors, industry groups, and sub-industry groups. 2. Understand how using classification codes can reveal companies you might be interested in. And 3. Understand factors that may influence the industry groups you target. Let's get started. Broadly put, an industry is a group of companies that are related based on their primary business activity. There can be levels for industries based on their relationships. At the highest level, you have sectors. Sectors are large areas of the economy comprised of loosely related companies that share a common business activity. The next level down are industries, which we've already defined. Below that level, you have sub-industries. At the sub-industry level, the companies perform very similar business activities and directly compete against each other. Let's use the energy sector as an example to better understand these definitions. Companies in the energy sector produce and sell energy. The energy could be in different forms, like oil, gas, coal, electricity, etc. An industry group within that sector would be oil and gas companies, which by definition exclude other businesses in the sector, such as electric companies. Within the oil and gas industry, there are smaller sub-industries, such as companies that extract oil from the ground and companies that refine oil into finished products like gasoline. Researching industries and sub-industries can help you uncover a lot of different companies for your job search. Sometimes students and early career professionals don't realize how many industries are out there or how they fit together. If this is you, then I recommend reviewing industry classification codes. Classification code systems were created to categorize every company by industry and sub-industry. Systems include the North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS, and the Global Industry Classification System. Access to some of these systems might require spending money, but several of the websites let you do some research for free. For example, the NAICS website will list every high-level sector and industry for North American companies. Reviewing this list might give you some job search ideas. After you review the universe of industries out there, you can start thinking about specific industries you want to target. There are a few factors you should consider. First, consider if your education or work experience direct you towards a certain industry. For example, if your degree is in petroleum engineering, then you're most likely going to work in the oil and gas industry. A quick word of caution here. You shouldn't consider your education and work experience as too limiting. If you take this view, then you might eliminate industries that could actually be a good fit for you, or you might be undervaluing your ability to pivot into a new industry via your job search. You might also want to consider long-term stability and growth potential of different industries. For example, what do you think the long-term prospects are for jobs in the energy sector? Probably pretty good, since people use energy every day. What about jobs in specific industries of that sector, such as oil and gas and electric generation? And what about jobs in sub-industries of that sector, such as oil exploration companies versus solar power companies? Do you think oil jobs will decrease over time and solar jobs will increase? If you do, this could impact your job search. Another factor is portability. Portability refers to how a current job impacts the ease that you can get different jobs in the future. Let's use the insurance industry for an example. If you work in insurance, there are a wide range of companies to work for. You could work for an insurance company, for an insurance broker, or for an actuarial company. Working at any of those companies can make it easier to get a job at any of the other companies. Working in the insurance industry can also be portable to jobs outside of the industry. For example, most companies buy property and liability insurance, and they often hire an employee to manage these programs. If you had already worked in the insurance industry, then it'll be easier for you to get one of these corporate jobs. Finally, you may want to consider if your personal beliefs direct you towards or away from certain industries. Once you've generated a list of industries you want to target for your job search, go ahead and put them in your strategic plan. That's the end of this foundational video, but just a reminder that this video is part of a longer playlist. The playlist is in chronological order, meaning videos at the beginning of the playlist cover things that occur at the beginning of a job search and vice versa. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other videos in the playlist. If you thought this video was confusing, then try going backwards in the playlist to learn more about job search up until this point, or even forwards in the playlist to see how things come together. Thanks.